Hello everyone. In today's video I'm going to tie parachute in size 32. This hook is discontinued, so it's difficult to get it. Obviously eBay or I don't know where, but like I got it as a gift from a friend, and yeah, I have probably a few dozens of them, and no, I don't fish them yet. But for this you need something very soft in regards of the rod, because this hook is like tiny and the wire is definitely on the soft side. I was tying with GSP on it, 1830, although Semperfly has something much thinner now, and I think it would be better. But don't try to tie, like to cinch down on materials with this hook, because it's ridiculously small and like any pressure can actually bend it. So fighting fish on this can actually probably kill the fish. I'm not sure. Like I think it's just small. So for some odd reasons you can probably fish it, but removing the fish from fish's mouth is probably a like crazy thing to do. So you probably need that like a Y shape hook remover or something. Not sure. I will try to fish it just to see how it works, but what I do fish, and it rarely fails, is something like this in something like this in size is probably some 20, 22, not sure. So again, parachute with split tail, so it's extremely a stable fly, but just for fun and for demonstration purposes I will tie 32, which will actually teach you how to control materials and stuff. So let's just hop into tying. I waxed thread is Unitrico 1730, and I waxed it because I wanted to adhere a little bit better to materials. It's just too light, and when you release the pressure by accident or on purpose, it goes all over. You will see. So I'll start everything with the jam hitch, and in this instance flat thread is extremely important because it prevents bulk. Everything is important to be done in like minimalist way. So that's going to be the case with tails. Tails is going to be just literally 2 barbs from Cocktailion. And you will notice that sometimes those barbs are different in thickness. So just pick 2 that are very similar in thickness. When I was starting flies before, when I was younger and less experienced, I would try to match the tail length at the beginning, which is like very cumbersome. No, don't do that. Catch it like this so you can actually manipulate it. Counter spin the bobbin holder so the thread jumps into your fingers. Okay. I'll do it a little bit more. Okay, now it's good. So even no pressure can displace this little materials. So I have two wraps over here, and now I can actually pull this end upwards and keep that on the spot. So I'll push with my thumb until I'm satisfied with the length, and that's right about it. I'll keep it a little bit long. Now, no pressure, pull up. No pressure, pull up. It's pull up to pull down rule. Pull up, pull up. Now I'll counter spin the bobbin holder again, and I'll try to get from above in between those 2 wraps, 2 tails, sorry. So it's even difficult to see. And now I'll do the same, but from below. Okay. Now I'm controlling the angle, the pressure, and splitting the tails. I'll just go towards the front to set everything. This looks right, just about right. Now I can actually remove this. Now, just for the fun purposes on this one, I actually added 2 barbs, mallard barbs, but that's crazy thing. And let's do it again, just for fun, nothing else. Counter spin the bobbin holder again. Catch the materials over here. I'll leave these tags a little bit longer so I can cut them later. Don't go too close to the tails because you will actually displace them. Okay, that's it. I got those tails a little bit curved, but it's fine. I'll just grab this with hackle pliers. It's quite impossible to do it without, at least with my fingers. So as you can see, I'm doing everything slowly. The pressure is like very controlled because anything can ruin your fly over here. 1 and 2, and that's it. Like, you literally cannot do too many reps about anything. Okay, that's it. Now, this is bothering me, the angle is bothering me, honestly. Anyway, for the parachute post, I'll obviously use this polypropylene, or it's, let me just see, it's Hairline's Para Post, and the color is light gray, so I need a little bit visibility here, yeah, because the fly is obviously tiny. Now when you fold this and I'll double it, it's going to be too much, so I'll just remove a couple of those fibers. You need like 4 or 5, I guess, maximum. And I'll go from below, catch it, and then look at this, 1, 2 reps. Oops, the thread split, so let's go 1, 2, and I'll go behind and then around. Now the most important thing about parachute post is to make it as rigid as you can, considering the situation over here. Just flip this so I can see what I'm doing, and do it with flat thread. So after each rep, just tighten it a little bit, tighten and tighten, and I'll go down now. So this is just first layer, well, 2 layers up and down. Tighten and keep your flat thread because it will make nice and even foundation for the feather to come. Now, let me see what I did. Yeah, I can feel some pressure. I can feel some resistance when I touch it with my finger. So this is it for start. Now we need to find a feather, yeah, and for that there is no better way, better material than whitening. Well, yeah, you can see it somewhere in far, never mind. Finding a feather may be tricky. For the parachutes, I like feather to align or even extend the hook band over here. I just like more stability and more resistance against the water film. Although I don't think that this hook will sink. It's that small. So just try and measure and see. This is on the longer side, I think. So let's try to find something more narrow. I know this is splitting hairs, literally. Okay, we got the winner. Okay. So this whitening thing is amazing because this is like 5 or 7 centimeters long feather, and it's like more or less 32. It's probably 28 as my friend suggested, but like I'm tying parachute, so it is 32 now. I'm trying to remove barbs from the rachis because I need bare stem to go against the parachute post. Okay. Concave, convex, I don't know those sides, not even in my own native Serbian language. So I want curved side to go towards the ground. Now let me see, let me catch it here and catch it behind, tighten a little bit, not the thread, sorry, not, and then go around the parachute post one more time, so the rachis of the feather plus 2 layers of thread will actually additionally reinforce this parachute post, which is so important. You need something to tie against. So flat thread again, as you can see, and this unit tricot thread is like extremely good for this, just for the fun. I'll add black head marker, so just go there and make a couple of reps here. 1, 2 reps, that's it, that's all I need. I'm thinking, so this is just completely spontaneous video, I'm thinking of adding thorax, but any dubbing that I would use here will be crazy bulky, so I'll just go without it, and I'll actually color a little bit more thread. Okay. Now another important thing to do is Hans von Klinken does it on his Klinkhammer, and it really makes things easier when wrapping the feather. But don't forget to leave your thread behind the parachute post. It's just to flip the hook. Now I'll add hackle pliers. I can actually probably tie it with dowel, but I just want to have them there. Now the first wrap is the most important one. It has to go over the parachute post, over the base. The second one is also important, goes under it, and after that you can actually use hackle pliers without supporting the post, if you did everything right, obviously. And okay, and I think I can go with one more here. If you see that you're displacing the feather, like that barbs are going all around, it means that you're having too many reps. So I'm on the verge of having too many reps. I'll counterspin the bobbin holder now. I don't want my flat thread going through the barbs because it can actually smash some of them. So I'll go 1, tighten, and then I'll go under. So I'll try to lift this barb that I saw going. Okay, and I'll go do one more wrap here. under the barb. Okay, that's all I need. Okay. Now, usually I do whip finish. I mean, since recently I'm doing whip finish with my hands, but I have more control with my whip finisher on small flies when I'm doing it like so. So I'll just control it. Oops. All right. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we did. So cut the whip finish knot, well, the thread, not the whip finish knot. Cut the thread feather, okay, and cut these barbs that I couldn't lift up. Okay, cut the parachute post. Okay, let's see what we did. Okay, just do this cheating part. This is cripple. I bent the tail. Kidding, of course. Anyway, I'll just add this because it would add too much bulk if I had done the thorax with additional wraps. So this looks like some tricot, I guess. Tricot. The size is definitely there. It's like fisherman's curse. So I hope you learned something with this. I don't know if I will ever have a chance of fishing this. I definitely saw fish feeding on these, but it's just too crazy fishing it with this. Like, the fight would take too long if the fish is decent. If definitely fish is small, then you can do whatever, but still. Guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, and see you next week.